was talking about how the law of first things, putting God first. Somebody asked me the question, and it was a legitimate question, but the question was, if God's so big and powerful, why does he need to be first? Why does he need to be first? It's almost like the implication was, does he have self-image problems? Does he have control issues? Why does God need to be first? And that's a great question. And I'm going to talk about that this morning because we talk so much about God needing to be first. Well, why does God need to be first in our lives? Is this for him? Is this for us? What does that actually mean? How do we walk that out? The Bible tells us that God is sovereign. If you look up the word sovereign in the dictionary, you'll find words like superior or greatest or supreme in authority, ruler, independent of others. But you could really boil it down and just say sovereign means God is in control. God is in control. And just like peasants in a kingdom somewhere that would bow before a king out of fear that that authority, that king who had the authority to take their life could take their life, the sovereignty of God compels us to bow before him. But the difference is, unlike corrupt earthly kings who abuse their authority to terrorize their subjects, God rules in love. He loves you. He loves me. He loves his people. And he wants the very best for us. And so his love compels us to surrender to him. God uses his power. God uses his control to bless his people. You put God first and the rest is blessed. And I want the people of Freedom Church. I want every person in this room and in every one of our services who call Freedom their home. I want every one of you blessed. I want you blessed probably more than you want to be blessed. I want to see the blessings of God upon your life. I want our lives to be a testimony to the people in this world that serving God pays. That there are benefits, there are blessings to serving God. That when we serve God, when we honor him, that God honors his people. But in order to do that, we have to understand this principle of putting God first. Now, I want everybody to know.
And he makes the covenant, and he's the creator of heaven and earth. He could have said, look, 30 are mine, 1 is yours, and you still can't argue because he's God, you're not. But when he goes, look, the first one, say first one. Oh, come on, everybody, say first. See, the first one belongs to me. The next 30 are yours. Do you understand what God is wanting to show us even when Israel comes into the promised land? If you put me first, don't have to steal, don't have to deceive, don't have to worry about your future. Oh, but I'm going to lack. No. If you'll just put me first, you have no idea that in the next 30 kingdoms, everything is yours. The promised land isn't for me, it's for you. I'm just trying to build a principle that you must put me first. Not that I need the silver, not that I need the gold. What you need is honor. What you need is trust. What you need is obedience. Not that I need the gold, not that I need the silver, but you need the trust. You need the honor. You need the obedience, because if you'll do it here, it will preserve you and protect you year after year after year, because you build it into your life. You cannot overvalue the importance of putting God first in your life. Nothing protects your heart, your mind, your soul, your body, your spirit, your life more than this. Because when you put him first, then it protects your affections. And anything that begins to steal your affections will steal the direction of your life. Because your treasure and your heart are connected. Where your heart is, your treasure will be. Where your treasure will be, you will find your heart. Where's your treasure? What's your treasure? Who's your treasure? Some people, it's their job. Some people,
I found myself many years ago trying so hard to work God into my schedule. And finally one day the Lord said, why don't you just work your schedule around me? So are you trying to find a place to put God into your schedule? Or would you be willing today to say, God, from now on you're going to be first, and I don't care what else has to go. I don't care what else has to go or what I have to change, what I have to make an adjustment in. I want to keep you first in my life in everything. Let me tell you, being a Christian just does not work out right if God is a sideline in your life. And that's probably not the case with a lot of you, because you wouldn't have taken the trouble to come out here on a Saturday morning. But I'm not just talking to you today. We're talking to millions of people all over the world through this wonderful technology today that we have called television. And I'm well aware that there are people who think you accidentally turned the program on, but it could be a life-changing moment for you today. There are also probably millions of people that I refer to, like I used to refer to myself, as a religious person. Well, Jesus didn't die so we could have a religion. He died so we could have a deep, intimate, personal relationship with him through Christ.